I th- and my 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 partner Colin Forbes, who was one of the founders of Pentagram, said after we had a meeting with a client, and afterwards he said, "Can I give you some advice?" And I said, "Sure." And he said, "You talk too much." He says you're really smart, but you have to give them room and space to kind of like think and listen. And then I realized he never said, he didn't formulate it like this, but then I came away thinking, you don't learn anything by talking. You just learn how much you like talking, basically. The only way you learn with another person is by listening. And I almost pivoted from that day forward to kind of just purposely as a discipline, kind of holding back. And sometimes I'd say, and sort of like actually just being courageous enough. And this takes real nerve I think designers have egos, but I think they often have very fragile egos. I learned that it's actually one of the most effective things you can say is, I'm sensing there's something about this you don't like. Do you know what it is? Can you articulate it? And people are so relieved that you've given them that permission to talk on those terms. And so I just sort of like really started, I think I still have plenty of ego, plenty of fragility to that ego, but I just kind of like made a habit of kind of thinking that every person in the room has a stake in whatever it is that we're there to do, and making sure that everyone feels like they're going to leave that room feeling that they've been heard, that their voice is respected, that they're going to be able to, that in so doing, they're participating in a process that they, in the end, will have to accept as their own, because you want them to kind of not grudgingly say, I have no idea what this thing is, but I'm going to use it because you told me you're an expert. I guess that happens sometimes.
It does happen.
Yeah. But more often than not, you really need them to kind of be your co-conspirator in this thing. And you're not going to get that unless you literally take them into your confidence. And you have to give them permission to kind of enter into that relationship with you. So it's a subtle thing. And it's, but on the other hand, it probably goes back to things that your mom or my mom would have told us, about just how to treat other people as you'd want to be treated, and being honest and being nice and being polite and treating people with care.